We're a group of young people living in the northeast. We decided to make a short film about political leadership, looking into the system of democracy. We wanted to find out what the process is and whether the public at large feel they are fully included in the political system.
We voted on the topic we want to talk about, and we all decided we wanted to do something about politics and democracy.
Democracy, it's about talk and listen to other people's opinions.
For now, all I can say is democracy is government for the people, by the people, or the MPs elected.
Democracy is like, now it's like only for old people. There is no one like young people. And our group is trying to know like more about democracy and involved with it.
A member of our group, Suresh, decided to apply to be a member of the Newcastle Youth Council.
I will have opportunity to have my views, my ideas, my opinions there to change things which I want to change.
So we will be following his journey through the democratic process. We took to the streets of Newcastle to find out whether the people feel that they have power.
I think that we do live in like a democratic society.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not perfect. You know, there's obviously like some corruption and stuff, but it's better than some countries in the world where there's no democracy and you know, obviously a lot of atrocities going on.
I think that you can like describe or explain about your opinions or what you want to do.
Do you know about another political systems?
Yeah, we have lots of political systems like democracy, dictatorism, totalitarianism, and socialism.
I think we didn't choose exactly who we got put into power, but it was the fairest way to do it.
We believe that democracy is an ideal that's been worked towards. However, there are weaknesses in the system. Apart from people not being able to vote in the last elections because the election polls were oversubscribed, young people, refugees and asylum seekers cannot vote.
You can get a very mature 16-year-old and a very immature 18-year-old. So it's very, very difficult. You've got to draw the line somewhere. I think at the moment anyway, I think it's best drawing the line at 18.
There are 16-year-olds out there who have a very acute idea of politics. So it might be wise to give people the vote under 18. Of course, there are people well over the age of 18 who have no idea of politics who still vote anyway.
Obviously, when you're 17, you're old enough to drive, and when you're 16, you're old enough to get married and have a family and stuff. So I don't see why you shouldn't be allowed to choose who runs your country and obviously controls your life.
People like keep generalising us and thinking we're not mature enough, and like we have our opinions don't really count because we're young.
Yeah.
So
I mean, some of us do have a mature political opinion, and some of us do want to say. I mean, some people can work from 16 onwards, and so if they're working in the country, why shouldn't they vote in the country?
The Youth Council elections took place on Saturday, 19th of June at St. James Park, where all the candidates found out their results.
I think the process itself was a democratic process, so people could vote, and we elected ourselves as a candidate.
A total of 8,695 votes were cast between noon on the 7th of June to noon on the 17th of June.
I've learned experience from this to next process or any other process.
What did you do for the campaign?
Well, I did posters. I spoke with people in local shops in my area. I had an account on Facebook to advertise for myself, and there was my advert on Youth Council's website as well.
Have you learned anything from the experience?
Yes, we have met many nice people. I've made some friends. The point is, I've been involved in the project. It was good for me.
Should refugees and asylum seekers share in voting?
Asylum seekers share in voting. I think you need to be a citizen of the UK to be able to vote in a British general election, I would say.
I think they should, because they are now like in any country they have rights. They should have the citizen rights in this country because they don't have any rights in their countries.
A lot of like refugees and asylum seekers are people who want to come into the country and work and contribute. I'm sure there's plenty of like people who have been, you know, born and bred here who are pretty awful people who really shouldn't vote.
Why not? Yeah, lots of people came here. They have a problem in politics, but arrive in UK without like a benefit, without interest into little paper. They call anything, the passport, visa, anything. Why not you have to decide about, because we are living here and my life is here, my education we are starting here. We have to decide about my life. We have to decide about who I am. Yes.
Majority of the young people have lost their trust and they are not really keen to take part in politics.
Politics is just, it's so old and dry, and it needs to come across to young people.
With a large proportion of voters neither showing an interest in politics or casting their vote, we are left to question whether this is a true democracy.
The majority of the job is up to government to simplify the politics for the young people to get interested.
Personally, I believe that maybe politics or just more general current events should be compulsory within schools so that everyone can take part, and people really need to know that politics does make a difference in their lives.
One thing I've learned about politics is that I think now democracy is important for everyone.
I think the media has a big role. Before our project, some of us thought that young people are not interested in politics or democracy and those things. But by the way, after the project, we found out that there are many young people who are interested in politics.
Okay, good point. What about you?
As for me, I have to say it's pretty much the same as Surush's. I never thought a lot of young people are interested in politics, but now I see that they are, and I think they should be given a chance.
How important is the contribution of the public, or how can the public help or get involved into this?
I think it's very important that people in the public actually vote, because I think it's no good saying, oh, I don't like the government we've got, if you didn't actually go and participate by voting yourself.
If you're not going to vote for a party, then obviously nothing is going to happen if you don't vote for them.
In order for democracy to live up to its ideal, people must be engaged in politics and vote. People are democracy. Democracy depends on as many voices as possible.